I wanted to show you the process I went through to create a dye garden. So I began with rolling out cardboard rows. It's 2 feet wide. I wet the cardboard, and then I used these wood planks that I had, and those were really handy because I lined them up on both sides, dumped out the dirt, and then used the rake to spread it out down the rows. And then once I had one area done, I just picked up the planks and moved it down to another area and continued the process. Once that was done, then I got more cardboard put in the middle of the rows, and then I added mulch for in between, as you can see here. Because of all the deer I have, I went ahead and put up some fence posts and enlisted a neighbor, young man, to come and help put those in. And he also put up the fence for me. On the back there, you see, I have deemed this as the deer highway. And you will see shortly why. You can even see the little droppings. So I started that in February. There's the deer. Yes, there were 7. That's 7. Many more come. So what I did this year, so last year is when I started the dye garden, and this year I added raised beds. And I'm using this eco line, and what that does, it helps protect the wood so it will last longer. And even though it's cedar, this will help with its longevity. So I filled them up with cardboard and sticks and things that I had around the property. And then I have all these grasses up on the front of the property I always have to cut down every year, and it's perfect filling for inside of those boxes. So I fill all those up and then start adding the dirt, mushroom compost, and paver sand. And I use the paver sand to help with the aeration in the beds. And I just get that all mixed up into the bed. And then once it settles, then I add more. That little wire basket I just got at the dollar store. And I put that in there so I can put composting scraps in there, and that way I can just feed the bed. And I showed you this because with my age, it's really hard doing things. So I always have to find what I can do physically to help. And that gorilla cart there has been worth its weight in gold. I can line that up in the back of my SUV and slide those bags of dirt right onto it and then take them where I need them, and it really does help. Now this is I got this at Hobby Lobby in the States, and this little ball also has wire in it. So my past nesting balls I use for birds. They're made out of grapevines, and they didn't have wire in them, and they eventually, disintegrate. And this one has wire in it, so it will help it, keep its form for a while. And I just stuff it with alpaca hair. You never want to use anything synthetic. And now these are coco coir bricks, and you wet them and they expand. And this is much better to use than the peat moss. So all this, I am mixing up seed starter mix. And I will put the recipe to my seed starter mix below. So I get all that mixed up, and I use one of those big old tubs, those big black tubs that has those yellow lids. I use those and just mix up a lot of that, and so I have it to do all my seed starting. Now these are sweet pea seeds, and sweet pea seeds need to be scarified, and that is by nicking the outside casing of that to help them be able to sprout, and then you soak them. So they're a little demanding to do all that, and I'm still trying to get the hang of growing these. So I had a few. So now that the seed starter's mixed up, you want to wet it, but not so you don't want it soaking wet. You want it nice and damp, so when you put it in your hand and you squeeze, it sticks together. And I spread it out. I have tried different ways, and I found this styrofoam that you use for like packing dishes works really well because it holds in the moisture. And then I put in the rubber bands and place it inside the milk jug and tape the milk jug around with duct tape. And then look at these lovely, beautiful roots. I mean, look at those. That's what's nice about having these snails. They can really get some nice, long, deep roots. Now, I also start some inside that can't have the cold, so I found these wonderful little trays at Aldi's, and I like that they're smaller. And I have some grow lights in the basement, so I start some seeds this way as well. So I wanted to show you, this is a Notion planner, which is online. Now I write notes down all over the place. I'm always learning and looking things up and researching, and now I can actually find stuff. What I started on here is get the basics, and then gardening was a big one. So it helps me keep it organized. I started by when I went flower shopping online, I'm like, oh, no, these flowers. So I took a screenshot, and then when I click on it, it takes me to where I got it on that website. Okay. So then what I did, I created another page. This is my seed starter mix, which I'm going to share below. And then this, I have the different months of when and the dates of when I need to plant these seeds. And then to find out more information, I click on it, and I have, gotten off of the websites and done some research and put information about each one of those flowers. So I can just click and read it there, so everything is all together. Here are garden recipes and info. This one's really good because it has tons of stuff written down all over the place. So now I just have all of them in one spot. I have different herbicides, natural herbicides, starter mix for seeds. I have some soil mixture stuff. I've got all kinds of things in here, but this really helps. I have information on herbs, bugs, on ways to get rid of bugs without using pesticides and stuff. I try and do everything organically. Birds, what do I have on here? Oh, the birds, because I love the birds. So I actually have recipes for suet on here also. So that way I can keep track of everything. And I've even started my flowers for next year, my wish list, as I find things that I like. So I thought I would share this because this has really helped me proceed
with my garden. I mean, to be able to, find each one of the plants and to know what to do. I thought you would enjoy this and at least see how I do that. And if you were interested in actually knowing how to put one of these together, because I was very intimidated at it at first, and now I absolutely love it. And let me know in the comments below if you're interested in learning how to do the notion thing, or want to know how I set it up, and I can do a video on that as well. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time.